Hello, everyone, and welcome to this wonderful in conversation with the one and only Mickey Martin. Welcome, Mickey Martin.
Thank you for having me, Karen. Hello, everybody. Great to see you all.
Oh, I'm like happy dancing inside because we were supposed to have this conversation on Friday, but today is the most starting the week off with like this is just the best, isn't it? Just having a conversation together.
Yeah. I love that we're having it today, being Monday and Friday. I'm heading home to Glenormiston, and then, of course, Saturday is the actual in-person launch in Terrain. Yay! So
Yay!
exciting.
And this
So it's a
this
beautiful week.
collection. Oh, it's such a special week. Like it just start the week off with this and then round it up with it as well. And we're talking about us Obsidian Souls. Okay. And goodness isn't first, let's talk about the first thing. What a cover. Isn't it beautiful?
What a journey. What a journey the cover has had.
Yes.
Yes,
Speak to that for
yeah.
me. Speak to that.
Well, we were Jess Feller was desperate to be here today, but she's got a million things going on in her art world. But she does send her love to everybody, and she was so once again tickled pink to be a part of the process. So, of course, Jess read Obsidian Souls before, even before the better readers did actually, and immediately what came to her was the wings because they're not like beautiful angel wings as such. There's an evil element to the wings, although that's what they're perceived to be, as a little bit evil. But of course, the readers that will get into Obsidian Souls will find out that there's something completely different to Veins than what they were portrayed in
Yes.
Soul Keepers. So yeah, the wings really called to Jess. So off she flew with the wings, and of course, I wanted the eyes because that tied Soul Keepers in. And then
Yeah.
once we handballed it across to you and your design team, Karen, then the magic really did happen. So it's just, I mean, I giggle inside because, I always sort of want that little bit of a, with fantasy, that little bit of a sexier
Yeah.
appeal. And I think we really do have that. Like those that know the characters in this book, Samantha and Maxwell. Yeah, I'll stop now because I get
Oh,
really,
I
I
have
feel
to say
giggle.
though, those eyes were a thing, remember? And these eyes
Mm,
are just like, oh, they just are gorgeous. Look at them there just above my head. You can just see them. Look at them pulling us in.
mm,
Wow.
mm.
But,
She's so
and the
yummy.
cover just came together because it was like these different components and then it was all pulled together and then with some beautiful feedback and then it just came together. And so this cover, and the reason why I'm putting so much emphasis on this cover is because it is divine, but to see it standing alongside other covers in its genre, like on Amazon
Yeah.
the other day, it was like, wow, it stood out. It drew you in, didn't it?
It
It's just
really did.
beautiful.
It really did. It was fun to actually Google and go on Amazon and see it sitting amongst other books, and it was like, oh my god, she's so pretty. A really proud
Oh,
moment.
absolutely proud moment, and rightly so. I want to read the blurb for everyone who, everyone probably knows all of your books, and if not, go and get them. This is book 6 for Michelle, a standalone book. You've written in anthologies as well, but standalone book 6. So we had the Given collection initially, and it's just that like that's a very powerful collection, and you've got your own that beautiful book behind you there, that beautiful Given collection. But this is the Victoria collection, and this, it started with Soul Keepers of Glenormiston South, and now you've got Obsidian Souls. And these are books that are very close to your heart. Not only do you
Mm.
have really strong characters, really strong narrative, but you also bring in your things that you're very passionate about, which is the environment and all of those types of things. So I just want to read the blurb so that people can capture the essence of this book, and then I would love for you to speak on why these books are just so important to you and what your purpose is for it, because it's very purpose driven. All right, guys. Book 2 of the Victoria collection is Obsidian Souls. Samantha Storm can't remember a time when she wasn't in love with Maxwell Black, despite him telling her that there could be nothing more than friends. When he returns home from Italy to Glenormiston South, she keeps her distance to protect herself from falling under his spell. Just when she finds the strength to survive living in the same town with a man she still longs for, She thrusts headfirst into his world, right beneath his brooding dark eyes that see all, a sign to watch him and all the decisions he makes as he chooses a path that could pull them all in danger. Maxwell Black has fought against the darkness with him through his entire life, born from veins and raised by the mortal enemy, soul keepers. He was always reminded that he was less than the mighty royal souls, some kind of parasite. Returning to his childhood home in Noorat, I hope I said that right, he swears to protect those who have suffered in war between Vanes and soul keepers, acting on a decision that will impact the world around him and everyone in it as he fights against the injustice his species have suffered. Having Samantha Storm under his roof is an added complication. He wasn't prepared for dark secrets from his past emerge, and an enemy he thought long dead returns to destroy everything he holds dear. Can mortal enemies work together to save Mother Earth, or will greed and prejudice forsake all? Oh, speak to that. Wow.
I don't need to say anything. I've said, see you later, everyone. Buy the book.
Like,
Love you, Linda.
like how does we look at you and we just know that you can just sit and pump out a book, like you just bring us on a journey, you feel it. Like I have talked to you whilst you're writing, and you even bring yourself into darkness because you might be afraid to go from your writing Mickey's manor to the house because it's so real for you, and you make it real for your readers, but these characters are so, we connect to them. We go on the journey with them. We feel it all. How do you do it?
Oh gosh, I just do it because I know what I expect from a book, and whether we spend money on a Kindle ebook or actual paper version, sometimes you can read a book and you think, God damn, if only it had X, Y, and Z in it, that would have been so juicy. So I really put the A, B, C, X, Y, and Z into everything I do. And I remember when I first wrote The Given, a lady said to me, she said, "My God, she said, I couldn't believe that something had happened." And then she goes, "Oh, well, it might be a nice, relaxing read now." And she goes, bam, things kept happening. And then she said to me after because she's read everything I've written, God bless her. She said, "You just keep delivering. I don't know how you keep doing it because they're different storylines, different characters, different scenarios, but things keep happening." She goes, "I'm never going to be disappointed in anything you write." It just makes me so grateful. And, I hope I can keep doing it. I hope I can keep delivering, because that to me is what it's all about. I mean, I have so much fun when I'm writing, and I giggle to myself and I think, oh God, is that a bit dark, or is that a bit wrong? You know what? But people want dark and wrong because people want to escape no matter what we're experiencing in our own lives. We all, even those of us that are smiling all the time and uplift others, there is dark stuff and shit happening in everybody's life. And when we dive into a book, sometimes we don't just want, butterflies and unicorns and rainbows. Sometimes that darkness and that bam in your face, it kind of just jolts us, and it's juicy and it's delicious, and we all want that. Stop babbling.
You're not
you know, I,
babbling. We can listen to you all day. Honestly, I have to laugh at the butterflies, unicorns, and rainbows. We can't, you wouldn't, apply that, but there is so much love and sauciness in your novels. But there's also a very they're purpose driven. So let's speak to why the environment is so important to you.
Well, the environment should be so important to all of us, shouldn't it? And as much as it was solely environmentally, the messages and environmentally based with Soul Keepers, even though Obsidian Souls is in par with Soul Keepers, there's different messages in this one. And it's basically about, cultural differences, prejudices. And if we work together, things can be sorted out, things can be smoothed over, maybe we can save the earth, sort of thing. So I think, as I had an interview recently with the Mornington Peninsula magazine Christmas edition. Thank you. So excited. And it was kind of basically like, what messages do you want to get across to your readers? It's really important to me not to punch readers in the face with my thoughts, opinions, and feelings. Yes, you want to enlighten, you want to educate, you want to gently get your messages across, but to me, in the most basicest of terms, because I don't want to overload anybody. And, you know, life is already, as I said, you know, X, Y, and Z. So I just want to put these messages out there as gently as I can for people to think about it and think, hang on, that's a really good idea. You know, I agree, or, you know, I disagree. Don't tell me. And, you know, have things go that kind of way. Did I answer the question?
Yes, you absolutely did. And that's the thing. It's all about being all inclusive, you know, just really being all inclusive and everybody feeling involved. And you don't want to preach, you know, but you want to have an underlying message that will ignite something within your reader as they're being entertained by your story, which is very powerful from an author's perspective. I feel that you do it so well. Absolutely. We have some of your beloveds watching us. The wonderful Sony Singh is what she says. She loves the eyes. Yes, we all do, Sony. We all do. Michelle picked those eyes.
It's so juicy.
They are juicy. Juicy is a word you use. Patricia Lovell as well. She's another great lover of your writing. On her way home from Melbourne today is so nice to hear at this exciting time. And our wonderful editor, Danielle Line. Good morning, ladies, and congratulations on another story. And just brace yourself, wait for this comment. The wonderful Kelly Clark and the sex scenes. Are we going to go there?
One of my biggest fans. This lady compared me to Sarah J. Maas, and that has blown me away. That has totally blown me away. So, Kelly, thank you. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us and giving us your thoughts and comments, because, you know, I wholeheartedly appreciate them and your support. So thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for celebrating with us. And for anybody watching this, the way that this amazing storyteller gets out into the world is for us to have conversations and to share how much we enjoy her work, and to, you know, and it is about escapism. I know how much passion you write with and purpose, and you are one of the most prolific authors I know. You know, and people say that I write a lot. You are so dedicated to the story, and I want to commend you on that and give you huge kudos, because you are so committed to story with everything else. Like, you serve in so many ways in life other than writing, and yet you show up for writing and the writing community all of the time. So I want to just thank you for that, Michelle, because that energy pushing out there into the universe, not just for your readers, but also for the writing community, is really special, and not always something that we get to witness, but you do it so beautifully.
Well, thank you, darling. I really am passionate about, you know, uplifting other writers that are either just starting their journey or have been on it. Like, I know Liz Hicklin, Juliet Mullen. These people are queens in my eyes, and yet they're still writing, and I don't sometimes think they realise how prolific and sensational they are. And so, you know, if we all uplift each other and, you know, celebrate each other's small or massive wins, I mean, that's what it's all about. You know, there's just so much love to be given, and it's just so easy to do. Like, let's just support each other and celebrate every occasion that we can.
Uplift each other. That's how we do it, isn't it?
Any excuse for a party, I'm there.
Yeah, exactly. No, Patricia Lovell just said it. You are so inspiring. Absolutely. And Sony as well. I'm always in awe of your stories. How do you keep motivated to continue writing? Sony, you asked the question we all want to know. How do you keep motivated, Michelle?
I've also got a girlfriend of 30 years that's still seeking her passion. And she just said to me, you know, how do you keep doing it? She said, I'm actually envious that you have so much drive, and that's what you want to do. Like, even after, as we've said, an 18-hour shift, I'll come home. I just can't wait to get back in the manor and just write. It's my happy place. I absolutely love it. So I don't know. There's no magic answer. I just bloody love it so much. It really
fills your cup, doesn't it? You can see that is something that brings you joy. It's like your vice, rather than going out and getting sloshed out of your brains or you know, it's your vice. Writing words, I understand, because when you're in that channel of of delivering creatively like that, and allowing a story, and even curious to see where your characters go. I know that you honor the journey your characters go on. It's really exciting, isn't it, to be delivering that to a reader. It's like, wow, I didn't see them
It
doing
really
this.
is. It really is. One thing that got me so excited the other day, Jess Fowler shared my launch post, of course, and Jess is in Glenormiston, and all the Glenormiston people follow her because, hello, she's sensational, award-winning mega artist. And so
Yes.
she shared the launch post in Terrain, because I've had it very quiet, haven't launched it. I should have launched it ahead of time, but been busy, whatnot. And Glenormiston South is a page that have been following Jeff Fowler. And of course, they've actually launched a book about Glenormiston and real stories of late and of
Yes.
past and present, blah, blah, blah. So, God, did I say that? Blah, blah, blah.
It's
We
it's
all
part of
use
you.
it.
It's okay.
And so forth. But they actually made a comment, and it was so wonderful that they were also on board and they'd read Soul Keepers and said, if you want to read Obsidian Souls, the characters really do speak for themselves. The stories that they tell, their passion, their hardships, their juiciness. It's just
Yeah.
so divine. I love it. Yep, gorgeous.
Well, what I want to say is never stop being Mickey Martin. She is just an absolute delight. She delivers and she shares stories that, that have impact, that get us brewed up in so many ways. Stirred up, should I say. And it just delivers on so many levels. I can't even articulate it, to be honest. But I really recommend for readers who are, who want to go on an adventure, on a journey, and to feel all of the feels, then to read you, because you have so much. Like, imagine someone discovering you right now and sees this whole library of books and knows how prolific you are, and there's so much more to come, and you are so dedicated to the story. It's just phenomenal. You're like, no, I need to allocate the time to this, and and you just are fed the inspiration, you're fed the motivation, you're fed the story to keep delivering, which, you obviously have a divine connection to something. And because you just deliver. I love this comment from Kelly.
I want Red's story next. Yes. And now, look, here's the amazing thing. Can I quickly share this, Karen? Have I
Please
got time?
do. Yeah.
Okay. So Kelly's the sensational lady that compared me to Sarah J. Maas. I've not read one of Sarah's stories. I've heard she's amazing. Can't wait to dive into her now. But okay, so I've got some better readers that read Soul Keepers, and then I merged, as you and I know, Karen, straight into A Chilling Summer in Inglewood, which was supposed to be book 2. So many of my better readers reached out and they said, we need Maxwell Black's story. We need Maxwell Black's story. And I thought, I'm not ready to leave Glenormiston. I'm not ready to leave home. So I gently put A Chilling Summer in Inglewood aside, and I just dove straight into Obsidian Souls. And of course, because of Kelly's comments, gentle criticism, but mostly amazing guidance, Obsidian Souls was born and delivered back to Kelly, who read it and gave her most phenomenal comments. She was one very happy lady amongst my other writing pal, Sue Croft. And so these ladies read Obsidian Souls and absolutely loved it. And as soon as Kelly finished Obsidian Souls, wrote a wonderful review, and then just said, we need Red's story. And it's people, and it's the readers like Kelly that say, I want her story. I'm happy to give that story. So Red's story will happen. She just has to wait till book 3 and book 4 are finished. And then maybe it'll be a little novella. Maybe, I don't know what it will be, but I've got so much lined up in the future that its characters and storylines are coming to me that I just gently have to pause and put aside, because the Victoria Collection is so important to me to finish, and then I can start these little stories. So, Kelly, you will get Red's story. I promise you, it'll be divine. You're going to love it. So,
I'm just going to show this before I comment on that. Kelly says, "Yay!" I think she's happy dancing. You're happy dancing, aren't you?
You deserve it. She's been an amazing support.
Danielle says, that's because you made Max such an excellent book boyfriend. And did you do that intentionally, or did you just fall in love with the character and just made him just delicious, that everyone would just fall in love with him?
I had no idea. I mean, Max Maxwell Black in Soul Keepers was basically a side character, but he became a very important side character. And I mean, he just came to me, and he just is who he is. And so when I was getting all the feedback about Max, I mean, look, a lot of people loved Bowie Storm. How could they not? But Maxwell, because he's so yummy. So Max really did come to a lot of people. And what did I make him that? I mean, I obviously must have made him that way, but was it intentional? Maybe it was. I don't know. He just came. He came as he is, and I don't know how to answer that question. He just came to me, and that's how he was.
Yeah. You honored his delivery to your readers, and that's one of the things I love, that you have such a connection to your readers, and you listen to them, and you deliver what they want to read. But you're also very, very much a visionary of the collection, and you're also honoring what it is that you have envisioned for the Victoria Collection, and you know that you have to tick that box, and you know what dedication is going to do, because you don't write little books, you write big books.
These are supposed to be smaller books. They were supposed to be smaller than the Given trilogy books, because people go, oh, you write such big books. I thought, oh, I'll give you a small book then. Sorry, I couldn't. The characters told me what they wanted, and the story was finished when they finished it. So sorry, that you got what I gave you guys.
You don't need to apologize. You have to give us the story that needs to be told, and not, restricted or, even elongated just to reach word count. So we thank you for that. Thank you for honoring the stories. So Obsidian Souls is out there into the world. We encourage everyone to go and grab your Amazon copy today. We are in Magic Realism, and have been doing really well, but we want to get it up there. And we were right up there, and we want to get back up there into #1 position. So we're going to put some energy in behind that today, everyone. So please grab a copy, and please ask your friends to grab a copy, because this book deserves to be #1. So what about, dare I ask, what about book 3? Where are we at? What's happening?
Oh my God, book 3 is coming along so well. Actually, a major plot happened while I was writing it in Inglewood the other day at my sister's desk that we just rearranged. And then something the other night clicked into place as well. So this book's, I mean, look, they're all different. As we know, the Victoria Collection is based on different genres that I've never attempted before. That's why I'm so glad that so far I'm pulling it off. Of course, so A Chilling Summer in Inglewood is paranormal horror haunting. So it's completely different than Obsidian Souls and Soul Keepers, which is urban fantasy, paranormal, who knows? I'm just going with it. So it is going really, really well. And of course, book 4 in the collection is going to be shapeshifters and like fated mates, and who the hell knows? Hasn't quite come to me 100%, but A Chilling Summer in Inglewood is, oh my gosh, it's something really special. I feel my ancestors that have been in Inglewood for 5 generations, my mother, my aunt, my nana, so many people that have passed, my great grandparents, like it's juicy, Karen. Can I say juicy again?
Juicy, and it's giving me goosebumps. It's like, wow, you can feel that you're in it. That's the thing for an author is, when you're launching a book, you're already in the energy of another book, it's a bit profound, but it's important to stop and celebrate and birth the book into the world so that it can find its space. So watch this space. And an amazing article dropped this morning, which we will share the link to in MMH Press, which is congratulations on that. Can you speak to that for us?
Thank you. Yes, a beautiful lady, Nikki Fisher, reached out to me a couple of weeks ago asking me about my book launch. And she was actually referring to the book launch of Soul Keepers with Peter Murphy, our local MP that came into my backyard this time a year ago. And then I said, well, Soul Keepers is actually already launched. Here we are. We're launching Obsidian Souls. And she was like, what? Another one. So she wanted to do an article about the Victoria Collection, the why, Obsidian Souls, and the title was just so lovely as well. Something about a romantic writer on the up and up or something. It was just really sweet. It was a gorgeous article. And it's going to be the Christmas issue.
Romance writer on a roll. There you go. Romance writer on a roll.
Yeah, I like the sound of that.
You are on a roll. You are on a roll.
Mm.
And we are going to close it off with that. Is there anything else you want to say to your readers before we close it off?
To all my readers, thank you very much for all your support. Honestly, you know it means the world to me, and I absolutely love your messages, your Facebook messages, your private messages. I just really appreciate your support. And, you know, I've never been a chaser of number 1, number 2, number 3. The fact that my books in the past have hit number 5 and number 3 on the Amazon best or hot new releases has been sensational. And I would love any little bit of help anyone can give me to get Obsidian Souls, because it is such a special book. To jump higher. I don't know how to check the chart. Karen, you've got to teach me how to check the chart.
I'll teach you how to check it. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, and also just whoever wants to come to the book launch in Terang. I know it's late notice, but I'll be at the Wheat Chief, High Street, Terang. Can't give you the address. It's a one town. You'll find it. That's 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. on this Saturday, December the 3rd. So if you want to join us,
wait to see all the images.
Oh, it's going to be fun. Yes,
the book will be hot off the press.
It'll be hot. It will be literally hot off the press. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Karen, I love you. I adore you. Thank you always, my darling. Thank you very much.
My absolute joy and pleasure to be on this journey for you. And what an epic journey it is. Oh, my goodness. You know, it feels like you're just getting going, though. That's the funny thing. Sony, thank you for all your writing.
Thank you, Sony. Sony, look, magic green. We're wearing the magic green and we're drinking from the magic cocky cup today. Thank you, Sony. So much love.
It's all about the magic, isn't it?
Our writing community that we all love and support each other. Like, we're so blessed. And, you know, that's something that I'm always so grateful for. Beautiful souls in our lives, you know. Thank you.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you, everyone, for watching. You can go and grab your physical copy online, and also why not grab a digital copy as well. Bye, guys. Thanks for joining us.